The reboot of Superman is coming out, and since I already yelled at Man of Steel, I might as well do the same with the Fantastic Four. But I already yapped at the Fantastic Four. I'm sorry, Fant Four Stick, which I may have lampooned the color and lighting of Man of Steel, but Fant Four Stick is worse in that regard by every single metric. I mean, there's bad lighting, and then there's bad lighting, bad cinematography, and just an overall bad taste in our mouths. They really thought that a movie that has a think tank where the smartest kids in the world are going to sit around and make the world a better place by building great inventions deserves to be lit like this. It looks like a regular school in America who forgot to pay the electric bill, or they paid the electric bill but didn't bother to replace all the broken lights. No one in this movie knows how to turn on a light, and it's just the worst. It's hideous. So, what do people say about the original Fantastic Four? Well, the original legally released Fantastic Four, since the Roger Corman movie still exists. Well, they don't have good opinions on it. So let's dig into Fantastic Four 2005 and see what all the buzz is about. We open with Von Doom Industries, where Victor Von Doom has a 30-foot statue of himself. For crying out loud, can we get a Doctor Doom who is actually an evil king with a high-tech suit of armor already? What is so wrong with an evil king with a high-tech suit of armor? Though in hindsight, this whole rich industrialist CEO of a tech company? Well, Iron Man playing Doctor Doom in the MCU, I hope the MCU is less of a mess compared to this movie. Reed is presenting his findings to Victor Von Doom, a cosmic storm that may have triggered major mutations across the Earth during prehistoric times. Well, another one of a similar nature is coming around and will move past Earth. Doom is hesitant, saying Reed has had a major bankruptcy scandal recently and NASA doesn't even trust him. There's also the sore spot for Reed, Sue. Susan Storm is Von Doom's girlfriend. Though I do love the Doom-style elevator choice, it would feel proper in a comic book adaptation of, Doctor Doom and not this tech CEO. Anyways, we're introduced to Johnny Storm. Ben says having Johnny be a pilot is terrible because Johnny washed out of NASA. Why did he wash out of NASA? Because of his constant womanizing. Two, and I quote Ben here, Victoria's Secret wannabe models were apparently in the flight simulator with Johnny, and Johnny crashed the flight simulator into a wall. It's a miracle they did not die. Then we're introduced to the Fantastic Four unstable molecule uniforms, which are built by Doom. It's really hard to sell the genius of Reed Richards when he really doesn't build much in this movie. Doom provides him all this stuff. The space station, unstable molecules, the mere opportunity to go watch this cosmic storm is all on Victor Von Doom's dime. Reed doesn't do much in this movie, despite being a supposed genius inventor. They all get struck by a cosmic ray storm because Victor Von Doom didn't close the radiation shield in time because Ben Grimm was still trapped outside. So, again, they're going to use this as an opportunity to give Doctor Doom superpowers. What is wrong with an evil king with a high-tech suit of armor? We cut to Earth, where everyone is seemingly okay. Their origin story is surprisingly fast. All the major players are introduced by the 8-minute mark, while the actual inciting incident of the cosmic ray storm ends at the 15-minute mark. They don't manifest their powers yet, but those beats are done. Now, you could argue cutting down the origin to these 15 minutes gives us an opportunity to tell more stories about the Fantastic Four in this runtime, but I say this movie squanders that potential pretty quickly. Back to this movie, the board of Von Doom Industries wants to oust Victor after the public failure of the mission and how their stock is tumbling, like the Depression. So Johnny is the Human Torch, Sue can fade from sight, Reed Richards is Elastic, and the Thing, well, I can't say he loves to fight because he hasn't exactly fought anyone yet. Then we meet Debbie. Debbie is the Thing's girlfriend. She is a terrible girlfriend. Someone who will gladly replace her is Alicia Masters, because Debbie exists to be a satellite girlfriend. She is a monster without a human heart. The Thing sulks on a bridge while another man considers leaping. However, the Thing attempts to talk him down, although this ends with a massive pile-up. This will be the first of our Naked Sue jokes, and it's not funny. And things only get worse on the bridge. But hey, Sue does unlock force fields here, so yay! Oh, and Debbie from earlier sees Ben and just dumps his engagement ring on the street. The media and Johnny are having a field day with the whole superpowered freaks being celebrities bit. And Doom is ousted by his board. It's hard to overstate how Ben is the best character in this. The rest of the film is really just a search for the cure and understanding their powers. Johnny in particular burning at 4,000 degrees Kelvin, or just 4,000 Kelvin, there's no degree symbol. Well, this becomes a plot point later. Doom is slowly turning into metal and discovers he has electrical powers, which he uses to go on his killing spree. Meanwhile, we get Alicia Masters. She has a small role in this movie, but she is probably one of the better characters in it. After the plot-mandated friendship failure between Ben and Reed, Ben goes to Doom and gets cured. Doom captures Reed and tortures him by exposing him to liquid nitrogen. From this shot, you'd think the Doctor Doom outfit looks good, but no, it's really bad and cheap. Fight breaks out when Sue tries to free Reed. Ben decides to turn back into the monster, and then punches Doom. The battle gets moved into the streets. Johnny burns at 4,000 Kelvin, which thermal shocks Doom. And Doom is turned into a statue after dousing the hot metal, because what else does hot metal do after, well, being doused in water and rapidly cooled? And he is sent in a shipping container back to Latveria, while everyone else parties. The end. If there is one word to describe this movie, it's just that it's grounded. For something called Fantastic Four, it's not fantastic. I think not going fantastic is a major issue, or at least how it plays out. I was not a fan of the whole, hey, let's turn Victor Von Doom into a metal man and give him other superpowers on top of that in the original Ultimate Universe, and I certainly didn't like it here. And while I'm sure there can be commentary about how a rich CEO can be a king, it's pretty clear that they lifted beats from the Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, given the timing and all. I mean, a CEO of a company has an experiment go wrong, and then he gets ousted by his board of directors. Then, because of the experiment gone wrong, or, well, spurned on by it, he gets the opportunity to go on a killing spree for his board of directors, and then he only gets worse afterwards as he antagonizes the hero. Again, what was wrong with having an evil king in a suit of high-tech armor? It's not like they couldn't do this. But the best part of this movie is the Thing, because honestly he has an emotional arc and center of all this. It's one thing to be a 600-pound rock monster now, but having the love of your life turn on you because she can't stand looking at you now, well, that hurts. And then he's constantly treated like an abomination, a mascot, a lesser character by the general public when they see him. He doesn't even get to enjoy the celebrity status. It takes him a while, but he does eventually find someone who does love him, even though she knows he is a rock monster. In comparison, the rest of the Fantastic Four are boring. Who am I kidding? Not even in comparison, the rest of the Fantastic Four are boring. Reed and Sue have the chemistry of helium and neon. Sue exists solely to complain about her past relationship with Reed, or be a joke about invisible naked people. And while Johnny is a showboating womanizer, that shtick gets old real fast. Look, the origin and the immediate aftermath of the origin story of the Fantastic Four is one of the dullest parts of the Fantastic Four. At their core, the Fantastic Four are explorers tackling the unknown, like the depths of the earth. Or the fact that they are celebrities and they also have to deal with PR. Seriously, this whole movie could have explored the whole celebrity superhero bit a lot more, but it didn't. It could have been unique in that regard at the time. There's also the fact that this movie has a good chunk of the action scenes be the Fantastic Four basically cleaning up their own mess. I'm sure in a film called Fantastic, it should not be this dull. At least it's campy in parts that make it somewhat memorable, and Michael Chiklis' The Thing is definitely the best performance, but overall, this is just dull. Those are just my thoughts. Please consider liking, subscribing, tipping the channel on Ko-fi. This is Cyril signing off.